President Zelensky has accused President Putin of breaking his promise to President Trump to stop attacks on Ukrainian energy infrastructure. The Ukrainian leader says Russia carried out drone attacks on such targets overnight and that he'll have his own phone call with the US president later today. The Kremlin says Russia stopped a drone attack by shooting down some of its own drones after the phone call between the two leaders. Our political correspondent Carl Dinnans in Downing Street. How has the UK, Carl, responded to what happened overnight?
Well, one minister this morning said that the signs for a peace deal were not encouraging, which is quite the understatement given the attacks overnight, including on Ukrainian hospitals and on Ukrainian power grid infrastructure. That, given that within hours of President Putin telling President Trump that Russia would agree to a very limited cessation of attacks on the Ukrainian infrastructure and energy. So that was far away from even what President Trump wanted, which was a total cessation of hostilities for 30 days. President Putin didn't agree to anything like that. Instead, the Russians repeated their demands that Ukraine stops accepting arms and intelligence from abroad, effectively saying, look, stop arming yourselves and we'll stop attacking you, we promise. There is no way in a million years the Ukrainians are going to go for that kind of a deal, and most of their European allies don't think that Russia is serious at all about wanting peace. After the call, Keir Starmer called President Zelensky to reassert Britain's support for Ukraine. President Zelensky has been in Finland today, meeting the president there, and is due to talk to President Trump in the next few hours. Their first conversation since the bust-up in the Oval Office, and he will want to know what President Putin said to President Trump. But it all has the feeling at the moment of Ukraine and Europe going through the motions to give President Trump the chance to find a peace that no one in Europe really seems to believe President Putin is serious about.